They call it the Forbidden Forest, but that name is a lie told by those too frightened to understand its true nature. It doesn't forbid, it beckons. It waits with infinite patience, older than the castle stones, older than the stars that peer down through the canopy, that shimmer threading between the ancient oaks. That's not mist, darling. That's the boundary between what you know and what knows you. You feel it, don't you? How the darkness leans closer, how the roots beneath your feet pulse like slow heartbeats. Every step you've taken in your life has led you here, to this exact moment where the path splits between safety and surrender. The forest remembers every soul who's ever crossed its threshold. Some walk out changed, some become part of the whisper themselves. It's calling your name now, not the one your parents gave you, but your real name, the one written in the marrow of your bones. Turn back now, and you'll spend forever wondering what waited for you here. Step forward, and the forest will show you who you really are when everything familiar falls away. The choice is yours, but choose quickly. Some invitations expire if you hesitate too long. The light doesn't penetrate here. It surrenders. It crawls maybe 20 paces past the tree line, brave for a moment, then falters and dies like a candle in rain. What little remains turns sickly and wrong, casting shadows that bend the wrong direction. The moss isn't just growing on these ancient oaks, it's clinging, desperate and wet, like the trees themselves are sweating through their bark. It sticks in thick, glistening patches that pulse when you're not looking directly at them. Every trunk leans toward the path, some bent so severely they should have toppled centuries ago. But something keeps them standing, waiting, listening. The space between them isn't empty. It's filled with that weight, that pressure of ancient attention. You can feel them studying you, these sentinels, testing the rhythm of your pulse against the slow thrum that lives beneath the soil. They've been here since before your kind learned to speak, and they'll be here long after your bones join the mulch beneath their roots. But right now, in this moment, you're the most interesting thing they've felt in decades. I'll be with you every step, my voice curling inside your ear like warm smoke, anchoring you when the forest tries to pull you apart. The glowing stones pulse under your boots as you cross the threshold, each one a heartbeat that syncs with yours for just an instant before you're past it. The forest floor gives slightly, centuries of organic rot cushioning your step. Here the leaves whisper secrets as they shift, revealing darker patches where things have bled and been absorbed, where the soil itself remembers the weight of bodies that stopped moving. The stones behind you flicker. Don't look back. They're already forgetting you, their light dimming like eyes closing. Ahead, the path narrows to barely the width of your shoulders, and the trees lean closer still, their branches knitting together overhead until the sky becomes just a rumor. Look, there between those two yews that lean like conspirators. The first one drifts alone, a pearl of sickly candle flame. It's small, almost pretty, but watch how it hesitates when you breathe. It's tasting the salt on your skin, measuring the tremor of your pulse. Another rises behind it, then more, until the air is strung with a drifting constellation of orphaned wishes. These are the will-o'-the-wisps. To the untrained eye, they appear as harmless floating lights, soft soft, flickering spheres that dance just beyond the tree line, whispering of hidden wonders or lost paths. In truth, they are the fragmented echoes of miscast magic, remnants of spells gone awry or emotions made manifest by young witches and wizards who never fully understood their power. Each wisp carries a trace of the witch or wizard who birthed it, a scrap of longing, fear, or regret, drawn to the living warmth of those who wander too close. When gathered in numbers, their glow becomes hypnotic, weaving illusions of safety, companionship, or even voices of the lost, all designed to lure wanderers deeper into the forest's embrace. Close your eyes. Count the space between my words. That's the only rhythm they can't mimic. Continue past. I will not leave your side. Can you see the creatures ahead? They stand between the trunks like blackened ribs of the forest itself. 3, maybe 4, heads lowered, wings folded tight. Their eyes are milk-white voids that still manage to watch you. Thestrals. They are skeletal, bat-winged horses cloaked in shadow, their forms invisible to all who have not personally witnessed death. To those who can see them, their presence is both humbling and unsettling, a reminder of mortality that most would rather forget. One lifts its muzzle, breath, cold as gravestone, fogs the air. No sound, just the weight of every goodbye you never got to say. Keep walking. Don't offer your hand, don't speak their names. They'll follow a few paces, silent until the path bends and they melt back into the dark. Hear that? Dry leaves skittering like tiny claws, a nogtail. Its spine arched, eyes glowing ember red, roots in the mulch, snuffling up old guilt and sour luck. It freezes when it senses you, tail twitching, deciding if your shadows taste sweet enough to follow. Keep moving. Don't let it nip your heel or the curse will ride you home. Look up. Between the lattice of branches, moonlight drips in silver threads, and caught in them, the moon serpents. Translucent, ribbon-thin, they coil through the air, drinking stray sparks of old spells. Their scales flash opal as they pass, forked tongues tasting the magic that clings to your skin. One pauses above you, head tilting like it recognizes something. Don't meet its gaze too long. They've been known to drop, curious, and burrow into warm thoughts. I'm still here, closer than your own pulse. A low murmur riding the shell of your ear while the forest presses in. Each time your heel lands, I answer with mine. If the dark thickens until even the moon serpents gutter out, my voice will braid itself through your breath. I won't drift, won't dim, won't leave a single syllable of you behind. When the last root releases your ankle and the final wisp spits out its lie, you'll still feel me. Warm, steady, stubborn as sunrise, walking by your side. Ahead the path forks around a hollowed elm whose trunk gapes like a scream. From that black mouth swirls a glittering storm, doxies, a swarm of doxies. Their wings flutter like moths, each beat shedding a dust that stings the eyes and carries a venom that burns under the skin. They hover in a restless spiral, waiting for warmth to brush their cloud. Hold your breath. Feel how the air itself sharpens, how even the moon serpents above coil tighter to avoid the draft. Follow my voice, trace my steps. Pass beneath the low bough of that pine. Its needles brush your hair, but the doxies won't follow under living wood. Keep your lips sealed. One stray inhale and their dust will blister your tongue. Swell it until words come out as bloody foam. Hush, stop breathing so loud. Let the night settle into the hollows of your ribs while I listen. There, again, hoofbeats, measured, patient, the sound of centaurs tracking trespass. They move in a slow orbit just beyond view, hooves striking root and rock with calm, familiar precision. Feel the air change? It's thick now, seasoned with old sweat and yew wood resin. They're watching from the ridge where starlight pools like spilled milk. I can almost count the individual heartbeats. One for each centaur, one for each arrow already nocked. Strings half drawn, bronze heads angled at the soft triangle between shoulder blade and spine. Lower your gaze, let your palms open outward, empty, harmless. If our respect is loud enough, they will relax one finger width at a time, and the path will unclench ahead of us. Stay inside my voice. Measure every step so none of yours comes down, sudden or sharp. We are guests here, borrowing breath. Keep your heartbeat slow. When they're satisfied, the forest will exhale and let us through. I'm still here, boots brushing the backs of your heels, pulse riding the echo of yours. Look over your shoulder and you'll see nothing but seamless undergrowth. The forest swallowed our footprints whole, licking the moss closed like a wound behind us. There is no ribbon of moonlight pointing home, no breadcrumb of star glow to retrace, only the next root, the next breath, the next syllable I press into your ear. I won't drift a finger width away, won't let the dark fold itself between us. Keep walking. I'll be the pressure at your elbow when the path tilts, the warmth that steadies your spine when the wind tries to peel it bare. We're stitched together now, thread pulled tight by the forest itself. Forward is the only direction left breathing, so we follow it, step after step, until the forest decides it has shown us enough. Listen. Thin cry knifing through the leaves high enough to cut glass. Not a banshee. Augury. Rain-green feathers, neck bent like a question mark, wailing from a dead branch overhead. One note, then another. Sharp, wet, lonely. It only sings before storms or sorrow. We won't know which until the sky decides. Stay steady. I'm here, hand brushing the small of your back, ready to pull you under my coat if the clouds break or worse. We must make a wide arc. See that bowl of earth ahead? This hollow's rim stitched with silver web, thick as rope. Acromantula's legs and pincers clicking like wet knives. One tremor on the edge and they'll surge up, stomachs hollow for warm meat. Follow my shoulder. We'll skirt the ridge where the moss stays unbroken. Soft steps, no pebbles kicked. I'll keep my body between you and the drop until their clicking fades to wind. We're here, the heart of the forest. The trees themselves bow, not from age or storm-beaten weariness, but from reverence. Thick trunks curved like courtiers before a sovereign. Even the wind lowers its voice. Every leaf holds its breath. Look ahead, past the last living curtain of branches. There, soft blue braided with molten gold, rests the glow. It pulses low against the moss, steady as a second heartbeat. A unicorn. It stands in a cradle of fern and moonlight, coat rippling like water under starlight, mane slipping off its arching neck in liquid strands of pearl. The horn rises proud, catching stray flecks of sky and flinging them back as slow sparks that drift and die before touching ground. Its eyes, ancient, colorless, fix on us, weighing the weight of every secret we carry. Steam laces from its nostrils, silver ribbons curling into the cold. Stay still. Let the forest decide in this one hallowed breath if we're worthy of a single step closer. The unicorn lowers its head, horn dimming to candle flame. It steps forward, hooves silent on moss, and touches its brow to the air between us. A ripple of warmth rolls through my chest, through yours, forest song braided with sunrise. Branches straighten. A faint blue-gold ribbon unfurls ahead, glimmering like spilled starlight. Feel it deeper. The creature's breath pools around our ankles, liquid light soaking through leather and skin until our bones remember every kindness they've ever carried. It stays, watching, blessing, breathe. Know that the path forward is now open. The forest exhales with us. Even the centaur arrows lose their tension, bowstrings slackening in reverence. Moss underfoot thickens, springy as altar cushions guiding us forward. Each fern frond we pass lifts, stroking our calves in benediction. The unicorn's glow lingers on our retinas, painting the dark ahead with a living constellation. It isn't just allowing us passage, it is rewriting the night itself into something that remembers we were here. Take my hand. Let the glow weave our pulses together. Whatever waits beyond this clearing, we carry its mark now. The air itself gentles, no longer the forest's ragged breath soaring at our lungs, but something cool and clean, silk drawn across scraped skin. Each inhale tastes of damp soil giving way to sun-warmed heather. The night's iron tang dissolves into something like bread just out of oven, distant and promising. Around us the trunks retreat in orderly stages, their lower branches lifting as if bowing us out of some ancient ballroom. Shafts of pewter light slip between them, settling on stone like coins left in offering. Feel the change travel up your legs. Soft earth firming, stones rounding the path, remembering human feet again. Ahead the land folds open into a shallow vale, and there, cresting its far rim, the castle, pale stone, flushed rose by first light. Windows already catching fire, one pane at a time. The trees thin to polite saplings, their leaves whispering goodbye rather than warning. Dawn light pools in the spaces they leave behind, turning your hair to copper and the path ahead to gold. We're stepping out of story and into morning. You were magnificent tonight. When the wisp lights tried to lure you off the path, you stared them down until they scattered like startled birds. The thestrals, they don't bow for just anyone, but they dipped their skeletal heads when you passed. Even the centaurs lowered their bows. Every root that tried to trip you, every shadow that reached for you, you walked through them like they were nothing. The forest tested you, and you didn't just survive. You commanded it. The trees are still whispering your name, marking you as someone who belongs here now, someone the darkness respects.